This is a town office.
Yeah.
It's a museum for the reeds across America. It's actually, there's a library in here.
Yeah.
It used to be the elementary school.
Yeah.
So now that's serving a bunch of different purposes at the same time.
What's Wreaths Across America?
That is the one that brings the wreaths down to Arlington Cemetery. From east. They make the wreaths here, and then they've been donating wreaths to all these military cemeteries all over the place. And it all starts here.
And they work in here too?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going down there too, right? Mike, what are you doing? You're the guy that runs... Is that your little cart?
Nope. By us.
Oh, that's a pretty... What?
We borrowed it.
Oh, wow.
Donation.
Cool.
He plays for the Black Bear.
Yeah, used to.
All right.
You didn't meet Dwayne, I don't think.
Oh.
Okay, but now you're causing a traffic
Oh,
jam.
that's all right. It's a small town.
This is Dwayne's the director.
I just received a national award
Okay.
from the River Network, and we're just putting out a press release on it right now, and it's called the National River Hero Award. And there's 2 of us from Maine. There's 5 each year, and 2 from Maine this year. So Laura Rose Day with the Penobscot River Restoration Trust, and then I was nominated as well and got it. So we're going out to New Mexico in a couple weeks, and we're going to receive this award out there. So really excited about it.
Have you won awards before?
Actually, one time we had a national award for the organization, which I went and received, and that was from President Bush, George W. Bush, and that was for a dam removal that we did in East Machias, which is where our other hatchery and office is.
Yes, I know.
So this one here is an old dam too. We removed this one in 1990.
Okay.
In fact, I was standing right in this spot when the dam was blown up.
Oh, gosh. Let me ask you. The fish, I think people expected to see the fish come back a lot sooner than they have, right?
Yeah, right.
Granted.
Yep.
Why should we care? And I know I'm sounding a little devil's advocate, but
right.
why should we worry about it at this point? We're already farming them.
Well, look right over there. You see 2 bald eagles, right?
Yeah.
Flying. We thought they were gone forever. We can turn this stuff around. We know we can do it. The Atlantic salmon, there are success stories in Europe, and we're modeling what we're doing after a success story on the Tyne River, where the river was almost dead in terms of salmon. They're now, last year they caught over 5,000 fish in that river, Atlantic salmon, just on hook, just on the rod. So
were they in the same condition that
exactly. There were hardly any fish in that river.
How long did it take them to?
That was about 25 years.
I see.
But they used a new method, and that's the method that we're adopting here and trying to bring into North America.
All right. So was this your first hatchery when you first started?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we built this. This was largely volunteer built, this facility here, and we removed the dam in 1990, and then we tore the old dam apart. The old hydroelectric facility came out, and then we restored it as a hatchery and an outreach center.
And how's it working? I mean, are you?
It's fantastic. I mean,
you are seeing fish coming.
We still have Atlantic salmon in this river, and if we hadn't done this, we probably wouldn't be seeing any salmon in this river right now. So they're endangered. They're really in a crucial situation, and they need help. And we're involved with land protection along the river, habitat protection, habitat restoration work, like the dam removals, for instance, and then the stock enhancement. So using native genetic fish. This isn't just this is what we call a conservation hatchery. So it means that we're using native genetics to build the population or the stock back up again. You can see that, but that's a 40-pound Atlantic salmon that was caught in this river. And that was caught back when it was legal to still gill net for them commercially. In 1947 it was suspended, but before that they were still netting a lot of fish out of this
commercially.
river. Commercially.
Wow.
Supplying the restaurants and so on.
Unbelievable.
So
when did you actually know? When was the big dramatic, like, hey, we are out of fish here? When did that actually become obvious?
It was really when the dam went in the 80s. That was the end of the 80s. That was when we really noticed a decline. And it coincided with some other things happening in the ocean as well. But we...
You want to go get another round of Smelt, buddy?
So I thought it was going to be moose stew. That's what it said in the online.
I hear that there is both moose and venison in it.
Ah, very nice.
The tender pieces are the moose.
Did you cook it?
No, his mother did.
Okay. Your mom did?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Family recipe?
Nope, just threw it together.
Okay. That looks delicious.
Bobby Beal.
Bobby Beal. That's a pretty popular name.
Yeah, can't get away from it.
So you help out when they actually do the fishing of the smelts?
Yep, every spring they usually, just as the ice is going out or sometimes under the ice, they set those nets, gill nets right out here in the river.
Yeah.
And we set them for a couple hours during the night when the tides are right and then tend them. And then we come up and we roll them over these, pull them up over these here and pick the fish out one to a time out of those gill nets.
And is there how long's the season for doing smelts?
It's mainly just right in the spring of the year, or just before, because the season closes in April, so we've got to get them before that. And there's a fine line whether you can get them under the ice or in the open water. Last year we was under the ice, and the year before we was out right in the open water. And this year we couldn't set them at all.
So what's the purpose of only allowing you to fish for them in the springtime? Why spring? Why not
well, that's
when they're out there?
That's the only time they're really in the river is right in the
see.
spring of the year,
Because
when they spawn.
They're spawning, that's
Yeah,
why.
they're spawning right now.
There's no risk of taking too many of them?
Not really, because the season is so short. It's a short season.
And they don't run downstate, I heard?
Not as much,
Not as
but
much.
this river here has been producing more and more and more every year for some reason. But down south, I guess they haven't been doing so good.
All right, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll get over here. You guys can come right around if you want to move around to make it.
And blow over the fences.
What's happening is we have like pesticides and we have fertilizer and we have smudge coming from the cars, the oil, and the factories, and we're gonna show what happens to our waterways when it rains.
Yeah, get right in the factory there.
And you see over here, right here is where it starts to come out for the neighborhoods, and this drains right down from here.
That's the sewer.
And it goes right in our water. That's really
That's
cool.
excellent.
Can I see it for a second? I'm just gonna make sure that it's right on.
In the factory, yeah.
You see this factory is pumping the water right into that's gross. Yeah, it is gross. And then what happens is it comes right down into our water systems. See it go?
The only reason I know that is because I grew them for the day. It's impossible to tell how lobsters are because they shed all the hard parts of their so there's not a reason why I'm saying, oh, this lobster is
a lot of men did, a lot of men died. Moses alive, the others did. Another day over.
This is a 1-year-old lobster. And this one's 3 years old. Lobsters.
He's alive?